website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey, in this video and the following, we're going to talk about how to expand the pentatonic scale, because most people grow tired of it, and that's really a shame because it's, it has such a cool sound. But if it's the only sound we can produce, we kind of get, I wish there was something else I could do. I remember my bigger sister when I was practicing the pentatonic scale back when I was, kind of 11, 12 years old, and she was like, can't you play anything? Everything you play sounds the same. That was, and so we want to expand it. And the first way is really easy. You can learn this in a couple of minutes and you have it down. You can start experimenting with it. The second one is using other scales, but you can do that on a shape level where you take the first position, blues scale or minor pentatonic shape, and then you amp that up, you spice that up with another scale we can put in there. The third way is how to lay out the notes. So we simply take the pentatonic scale, lay out the notes in a completely different way, and I'm going to show you how to do that easily and really get to use it instantly. And the fourth way is also laying out the notes in a different way to get a different sound, to get new options using the pentatonic scale. If you take all of these things together, this is just a huge expansion of the pentatonic scale. So this is high value stuff. So let's look into the first way in this video of expanding the scale. You could do this very quickly. So let's look up close here. So let's experiment with the first position blues scale shape. Up here in the 12th fret, so we're in the key of E. And I guess you know it, right? It's the 12th and the 15th on both the high E string and the B string. And then just do the minor pentatonic here. And then we have the 12th and the 14th on both the G, the D, and the A string. And then we have that interval again from the 12th to the 15th on the low E string. Then we add a blue note in the 13th fret on the A string. And we add one in the 15th fret on the G string. And that gives us the first position blues scale shape. What you can do every single time, no matter what shape you're in, whether it be this shape or wherever you are, every time you have a minor third interval, you can put in a note just before the top note there. Alright? Just try and do this right away. And every time you have a whole tone interval, you can put in a chromatic note right there. But here you also have, if you take the blues scale, you have the blue note right there. And you can then also put a note in here. All right? And you can do it here as well. You have a whole tone interval, so you could put a note in between. The same thing goes here, but then you already have that in the blue note right there, right? And then you have the 12th and the 15th fret. That's a minor third interval as well, so we put in a note right there. But then the cool thing about this is that suddenly we have more notes per string. And that really makes it a lot easier to play fast, and it gives you a lot of more melodic options. So if we have like let's say you're in the blues, so you have an E dominant 7th chord in the background, right? You can use that note there. Oh. And you don't even have to use it as a passing note. You can go and right? And of course you can use it in any position. Go up to the next position. So really experiment with it, and you could say that you could also have an E minor in the background, right? tendency to always end and begin your lines on one of the outer fingers here, the first finger or the fourth finger, or when you have a whole tone interval, you have a tendency to start and end on these. Then you very often use these as passing notes, right, from one note to another. But even if you don't, right, it sounds good anyway. So this is a quick way of expanding the blues scale, and you just have to get used to it. You just have to use it every single day when you improvise. Right? And it's position based. So if you go down to the next position, you have the same system, right? That will ensure that it actually sounds good. Because if you mark out all the notes you use, all right, you use almost every note. If you play that thing here, we have a whole tone interval. Right here we got a minor third, whole tone again, whole tone again. So it's right. And so if you play that on one string, it's going to sound like it's not the pentatonic scale anymore. But because you have the strings lined out like that, and an interval here, and an interval there, and you use this, it's going to sound very pentatonic, because the distance from this note to the next note on the next string is just a whole tone interval. So we don't do anything about that because it's not on the same string. The interval from this note to this note is also a whole tone interval. And I don't go. So you have whole tone intervals, intact whole tone intervals, and intact minor thirds, but when you play it vertically, you just put them in once in a while. Every other time you have that. So the structure of the pentatonic scale remains in your head as you actually gain some extra options. So this is a really cool tool. So I hope that was valuable to you. I should say that if you want some more advanced ways of expanding the pentatonic scale, please watch the next video and the one after that. And this is all about soloing. And the best way of practicing soloing is playing every single day and then expanding your ability to do so over a jam track. That's the best practice. And we're building a resource of live jam tracks played by real musicians on our website, guitarmastery.net. And if you create a user account and sign up there, you'll see a new menu item at the top of the page where you can just click jam tracks, and that will take you to that resource. We got different styles, metal, rock, pop, and we expand that continuously all the time. And it is my hope that you'll use this every single day. Just challenge yourself, and you can see on the screen it's videos, and you can download the audio and bring it with you. But you can see on the video there what scales to use and what key you're in, and really start, expanding and challenging yourself every single day, and play some styles that you are not normally interested in, right? To really expand your playing. So go sign up right now. You can find a link to it just below this video if you're on YouTube. And that's about it. See you in the next video. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.